Yes, sir. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. For those of you guys that are new, welcome. My name is Idiris Ibrahim. So today's video is highly requested. I have been getting a lot of feedback from you guys based on my last video when I talked about side incomes to get involved in graduate school. And I did show you guys around a couple real estate properties we're working on, and also talked about a little bit of side income you could get involved in. If you didn't check it out, pause this video, check it out. It does have a lot of great content. So a lot of you guys were reaching out to me asking me how to get involved in real estate. And instead of just like making one video focusing on real estate, I wanted to take a step back and talk about other paths you could take that are not the conventional routes. So today I'll just talk about 5 other career paths that are the non-conventional path that doesn't require a 4-year college degree and you can still make good money. So the first one on this list is IT, whether it's from web development to software engineers to front end, back end, whatever it is. IT is one field that's really growing rapidly, and we do need a lot of people in that major to account for it. Like right now, think about it, there's millions of people that have smartphones. If you go to them, or if you tell them, hey, how do you troubleshoot this phone, or how do you develop an app, most of them will not know. And there's so many like jobs going unfilled because not that many people are in this field. And the good thing about this field is all self-learned and self-taught. You don't need to go to the traditional route. There's so many boot camps out there. You can do Tech Elevator, you can do AWS Cloud Architect, you can do so many programs out there, boot camps that last from like 6 months to 3 months to 9 months. It depends on you and how disciplined you are. But the bad thing about IT is you do have to be dedicated. Also, sometimes it does require long hours working on a project. All right, the second one is real estate. There's multiple ways to get into real estate, but the most convenient and basic way is just to become a realtor. To become a realtor, I believe you need 120 credit hours, which is like basically like classes online. You take modules about ethics and stuff like that. And it depends on your state, but most of them is like 120 to like 150 hours. And it costs about $90 to $100 just to take the course. After that, you take the exam, you get certified, you work under a broker. With a realtor, with a real estate license, you're legally able to buy and sell houses. So if you're just driving by, you see a house for sale, you go to the owner, you say, hey, do you have a realtor assigned to you that can help sell this house? If they say no, you say, hey, let me just post your house on the MLS. The MLS is basically an eBay for selling houses. So you just post it on there, you find a buyer, you get a 3% commission fee. 3% is really not that much, but it depends on what house you're selling. Most houses cost over $100,000. So you're guaranteed to make about $3,000 or more just by selling the house. The second way, which is really not that convenient, it's really difficult to get into, is wholesaling. So wholesaling basically is selling houses and buying houses without a license. In some states you could do this legally, and some states it is illegal, so you have to just check your state specific for it. So what you do is you look for houses that are going into foreclosure, that are like abandoned, that no one lives into. You find who owns it, you say, let me buy this property for you in cash. And most likely if you're buying it in cash, they're more likely to give it to you at a lower rate and at a faster time. And when you do get that under contract, you look for buyers around your neighborhood or your area. And that's really easy. You could go to your state database or your county and you look for houses that were bought in the past like 12 months of like all cash, and you just kind of find and connect people. The downside of that one, you have to be really data driven. You always have to be looking at your county tax records to see if any houses are going into foreclosure, and before they go into foreclosure, you're supposed to find the owner. That one is really difficult to get into. The third one, this one is easy to get into, but it does require some capital, which is basically rehabbing, buying down houses that are foreclosed or abandoned, putting money into it and renting it out or flipping it. With this one, the best way, in my opinion, like I said in my other video, to get into it is just to format you to like have like 4 or 5 people all put in like $10,000, $5,000, buy a house, put money into it, rent it out, or like flip or sell it. And a lot of people did talk about turnkeys, how to get involved in turnkeys. So turnkey really is you find people that already know the business and they know how to maintenance stuff, they know how to find contractors for you for the low, and they know how to do all this stuff. So you basically just pay them a fee, a commission fee on them finding your property, fixing it up to you, and at the end of the day you own the property, but they usually give them a fee for managing all the assets in the house and also all the headache, they take it away. So the third one is skilled trades. This is one that I was extremely interested in. Skilled trades could range from auto mechanic to plumber to electricianist to a barber. So anything that's like skilled trades, anything that you work for your hands. This is something that I was really passionate in as a kid because I always loved working with my hands. I think that's what kind of drove me into dentistry. But skill trades, yeah, it doesn't take that long, and you also do get paid on the job, unlike while you're in school in undergrad. You pay loans, you get loans out, you pay tuition, all of that. But when you do go to a program like this, they do pay you a little bit less. But when you do finish the program and get an apprenticeship, you do get paid like $25 or even upward. But the downside about this one is that it is really heavy on your body, because you're physically working for your money, instead of like some other jobs where you're just kind of like behind the computer or you're just more relaxing. This one you're physically working, and it could take a toll on your body, but also at the end of the day, you could manage your pricing. You could be an independent contractor, you could work on your brand, and you could get more customers that way. The fourth one, a lot of people do talk about this, is e-commerce. And when people think about e-commerce, they think about, hey, let me sell on Facebook or eBay or dropship. Basically, you got to think about in a broader perspective. Like, the world is getting more connected, and a lot of people are buying more stuff online. Resources that were limited in one area and that were in high demand in another area could easily get transferred. For example, like, I know this lady, I don't know her, I was watching a video that she sells like unsi frankincense back in Somalia, and she noticed that there's high demand in it in the UK and the US, and she was able to start like an online business where she has people in Somalia collecting the unsi, and she's like shipping it out to like states out here. So e-commerce is basically just finding something that's like not in your market and just like selling it there. So you could do it either by finding manufacturers in China, get it for a low price, and then sell on eBay or sell on Amazon, or you can just make like your own website, do your own brand, and just like figure exactly where to go with that. The down thing about this one, it is highly competitive, and also you have to do a lot of data and a lot of research just to get your foot in the door. And one downside about this is, since you're physically not there, you really don't know if they're giving you the best prices or the best quality, or if you're getting scammed. So you got to watch out for those kind of things. So the fifth one is a lot different than the other four I did mention previously. The fifth one, you do have to go to school for, but you don't have to go the whole 4 years. You can get an associate degree in these majors, and you're guaranteed a job. So like the other ones, you just have to complete a program that's specifically targeted, and that doesn't take that long. With this one, you do 2 years of associate degree, and you do get the same salary as someone that did graduate from a 4-year degree. Or sometimes you do get paid a little bit less, but you do still make good money. You could do dental hygienist, you could do a radiology, you could do respiratory therapy or anything like that. Something that's really in high demand. Specifically, when I was doing research, I was noticing all these associate degrees are good for something in the medical field, because there's a high demand of people needed in the medical field, and they're not filling that gap. But the bad thing is, once you do get into that field, there really isn't that much room for growth unless you go back to school to get your bachelor's or to get a master's, to get a raise, or kind of transition into management positions. So a lot of high school students believe in order to be successful, you need a 4-year college degree. And I do agree with that part. And if you don't know what to do with your life and you're kind of lost, go to college and kind of figure yourself out, give yourself some time to develop some skills. Then once you do notice your passion, you can always take that passion, do programs with that. So I hope you guys liked this video, and I hope that it was beneficial. I know I only listed 5, and there's so many other career paths out there. If you do know of any more career paths, just comment down below. And if you do know any high school students that are thinking about going to college but still debating on what to do with their life, you show them this video, and also give them options, give them resources. So down below, I'll just kind of break down everything I talked about in this video and resources to get involved in that specific field. But like always, stay blessed, stay tuned, take care.